Now, ito yung next example natin. 5 points are on a circle numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in clockwise order. A bug jumps in clockwise direction from one point to another around the circle. If it is on an odd numbered point, it moves 1 point. And if it is on an even numbered point, it moves 2 points. If the bug begins on point 3 after 2019 jumps, on what point will it be? Now, let's draw our figure. Let's draw a circle. And let's put 5 points. Let's label this as 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, according to our problem, the bug begins on point 3. So it will begin here. And so now, let's try to simulate the movement of the bug. If it is on an odd numbered point, it moves 1 point. Now, since 3 is an odd number, it will move only 1 point. And so on its first jump, it will be here. Next, 4 is an even number. And so it will jump 2 points on its second jump. And so it will be here. Next, 1 is an odd number. And so the bug will jump 1 point. And so it will be here. Again, this is the first jump. And this is the second jump. And this is the third jump. Now, 2 is an even number. And so on its fourth jump, it will move 2 points. And so it will go back to 4. And so now, I believe you have already seen the pattern. And so let's describe that movement. On the first jump, the bug is at 4. 3 is not included because that's the bug's starting point. Now, on the second jump, the bug is at 1. And then at the third jump, the bug is at 2. And so this pattern will repeat because this will be the fourth jump, and then it will resume here, and so on. And so on the fourth jump, it will be at 4. On the fifth jump, it will be at 1. And then at the sixth jump, it will be back at 2. And this pattern will repeat. Now, what we can use in our calculators to simplify this problem is the mod function. Now, the mod function is present in Canon F789 SGA. However, I don't have an emulator for that, and so I'll just be using MathCAD. In your Canon calculator, just look for apps and then go to mod, and then it will ask you to input a number and then a second number. Now, this first number is the dividend, and then the second number will be the divisor, and then you will type comma between the two numbers. And then the result it will give you will be the remainder. And so let's go to MathCAD. And so what we will do is to establish the pattern of the remainder for the bug's movement. Now let's try using mod for the fourth jump. Let's type mod, and then the first value will be our dividend, which is 4 for the fourth jump. And then comma, our divisor will be 3 because the bug's movement will loop 3 times in each iteration. And so let's type 3. And so the remainder will be 1. And then for the next one, let's type mod, and then let's input 5, comma 3. And the remainder will be 2. And then lastly, let's type mod, and then let's input 6, comma 3. Press equals, and it will become 0. And so this will be the pattern of the remainders for each movement. Now, since our question asks for the 2019th jump, let's input mod 2019, comma 3, and then press equals. Now, the result is 0. And so that means that the placement of the bug corresponds to this one, because the bug will be at point 2 every time the remainder is 0. Now, let's simulate that for the 7th jump, just to reinforce the concept. Now, essentially, on the 7th jump, it will go back to 4. And now, if we compute for mod 7, comma 3, it will give us 1. And 1 corresponds to this point. And so it will go back to point 4. Now, if you will input 8, it will give you 2. And so it will go back to this point, because this corresponds to 1. So that's essentially the pattern. Again, when you input 2019, it will give you 0. And since 0 corresponds to 2, the bug will be at point 2. And so that will be our answer. And so this is one of the advantages of the Canon calculator, because it can compute for mod, which is not offered as a feature in this calculator.